Welcome back. Here are the misses from the Star of the Seas. Hopefully you can hear me.
We're trying a new method.
Audio. Oh, yeah, you really don't probably need to see that. There we go. That way you don't see it on camera. Probably be better. Probably cut you out, which might be a good thing. The misses, the main misses I would say about the ship concerned our room, and that was just something we picked. We picked the infinite veranda. Had never done that before, thinking that was a great idea, which it was kind of cool, but looking back on it, maybe it just didn't work for us. The number one complaint about the whole cruise was the hard fold down couch bed in the room. That was our second bed. We didn't have Pullman beds in the wall. It was a couch bed. The cushions folded down to make a bed, kind of like a hospital room, really, which hospital room couches were much more comfortable. I've slept on over the course of my son's life we've had. So they were much more comfortable than that. It was hard as a rock, like sleeping on the floor. It was just, you're in pain after sleeping on it for a few hours. It was literally, you could sleep on the floor and it'd been the same thing. So I don't know. People online said it wasn't broken yet.
I think everybody knows that those kind of beds typically are not comfortable.
Typically they're unsupported.
This was worse than normal, right?
It is, and they're typically, it's the fact there's no support. This was so hard, it was the opposite. So that was a big problem. Like I said, people online said it wasn't broke in. I don't think I believe that. Maybe slightly better, but it's not going to be worth sleeping on. It's just, and a lot of people had problems with them as well in our little group in this cruise. But and another complaint, if you get an infinite veranda room, and from my understanding it's the same on every one of them, if you crack the window in your room to let the fresh air in, the air conditioner automatically cuts off, and you cannot stop this. You can't adjust it. Is off. Done.
That sounds like a problem in the Caribbean in summertime.
It was a miserable experience. I mean, it was over 90 degrees, so it was hot. We had a Central Park facing room, and it was just hot. The windows fogged up. Everything got really sticky and humid, and it didn't work. So we very rarely cracked the window after that, realizing that, and just left it up. And the AC was to where we weren't hot in the room, but it never, like I had it on 67 or something, and it never got there. And a lot of people online had the same thing because it was hot. I think maybe
I feel like that's kind of a common occurrence.
It is, yeah. We were never uncomfortable, so it's not like it was a thing, but it would be nice if it would hit the temperature you wanted it to hit. And the other thing about the room, which if you have these, you have on each sides of the ship and you're all overlooking Central Park, and you have the you can see straight through to the room below you or across from you. Basically, you can see it. So I mean, there's no privacy. I mean, if someone's changing clothes and they forget about it, someone's getting a free show. I mean, it's just.
And there's a lot of people probably but like.
You come out of the shower and you're not thinking about it.
That's not really a irrelevant thing. Some people do like. I mean, your privacy in your own room, like to get naked in the.
If you are, you better close the curtains.
And then you.
And like I say, I can see across the other rooms, and I'm fairly blind from a distance. I can see nothing. I don't even have my glasses on, but I mean, it was just there's no privacy in them. So the best way to have the room is to have the shades pulled and the windows up, which is the equivalent of nothing to the infinite veranda room. So I definitely don't recommend them. I mean, it didn't. If you're in Alaska, hey, maybe that's a good thing. But this was still facing Central Park, so it's not like you're seeing a whale in Central Park. So let's say the next thing would be the most controversial thing outside of gratuities about in the cruise community is diapers in the pool. Yeah, you want to get a fight started, bring this up online.
We have an opinion on this one.
Everybody needs to have an opinion on it because the pools wind up being closed half of the time you're on your ship. And I don't know how it is on your Carnival ones, but the Surfside pool was closed 4 of the 7 days on our cruise during the day.
And I'm sure that's sea days.
Probably is. It's probably the days it wasn't closed were the port days when nobody's in them. So it's a big problem to where they do have the diapers only splash pad area. But if you think that people with kids in diapers are going to leave them in that little spot where basically there's no water, it's like a sprinkler, you're living in a fancy world. People are going to take the diapers off because you get caught by having the cloth diapers on, the pull-up disposable ones, and they take them off because you get caught with them on, and they tell them that the kids are potty trained, and they just put them in the pool and they rip one, and there it is floating in the pool. I mean, that's what happens. I mean,
is there a solution?
Personally, I think you have a pool and you let swim diapers be in it for kids to get in the water. I mean, it's one of these things, if you don't want to be in that, don't do it, because you get off the ship, you can wear swim diapers. You ever seen the pool at Coco Cay closed? I haven't. Nowhere else, because kids wear swim diapers. It's the fact that they don't, and I guess there's a sanitary reason why the ones on the ship are clean different. I don't know, but I think something's got to be. And every cruise I've been on, it's been this to where everybody's affected by it.
Right.
And even like I said, the big pool was closed the last day because they claimed an adult pooped in it. I don't know. We're gonna hope that didn't happen, but it was shut down the last evening, and they had it drained and cleaning, and it cost the cruise lines lots. I mean, you got all the staff, labor, chemicals involved. It's a big expense.
Then those people all flock to other kids' area, makes them more busy.
Yeah, and then it was after 6 o'clock, so basically it's, hey, go do something else. Everything's shut down. So, my solution is let kids have a pool and let kids wear swim diapers in it. So I don't know. That'll probably not happen, but and the back into the pool thing. We have a ship that'll hold 7,600 people. I heard there was somewhere in the 7,000 range on our ship, 7,000. And you've got 3 pools. One's the kids' pool, which no adult wants to go to unless you have a kid. No sane adult would just go hang out there. So, and then you have the adults pool on the back, and you have one regular pool. And the adults pool on the back is in direct sunlight, and you don't have any shade there, really, the pool part. So you have one regular pool on the whole ship to service that. So it was always crowded. And you have a little waiting area kind of about to your ankles to walk out to it. So it's a nice pool. It's a big pool. It's a long pool, but it's still really crowded because there's only one pool. So
that's a lot of people fault. Not a lot of people.
I was shocked that there was only one pool, regular pool. So we used it some.
Right.
I mean, so but it was crowded. And another one, bad theme nights in the main dining room. You had you have your formal nights and you have your welcome aboard nights, and we had a Mexican night, which is pretty good. Everybody likes Mexican food.
It's a pretty safe bet.
Indian food, which I'm not terribly picky, but I struggle finding that. And as you get older,
Saskatchewan stuff.
the tiki chicken or whatever that is, it doesn't really work that well. So that's not my favorite type of food. And Mediterranean night, there were some really bad theme nights where you're like, okay, I guess I'm having the New York strip and the shrimp cocktail again. So
that's why it's good to have that basic steak.
But as bad as the theme nights were, like I said, it's the best buffet I've ever seen on a cruise ship. So that was a good thing. But I thought the theme nights were pretty bad. Another thing too is people they're advertising free brisket on the cruise at the Aquadome Marketplace and in the macaroni and cheese, and I'm not sure what that was, but it's not brisket. Very cheap, very rubbery tasting barbecue pork. I think.
We live in Georgia where there's a lot of good barbecue around,
Yeah.
so we know you're not getting barbecue on the ship like you would back home.
Yeah, it's not
Sounds
North
like
Carolina
it was worse
barbecue.
than-
It was just bad. I mean, I got it, didn't hardly eat, you couldn't. It was rubbery. I mean, you'd pull on it kind of thing. It wasn't good barbecue. And they're advertising it as brisket, so it's not brisket. And our parents were on the cruise before that, and they had the same feeling about it. Cause,
Feels like if they would just advertised as barbecue, it would probably been better.
it'd been much better. Lowered expectations, yeah. The brisket is, false advertising. And also, too, outside of the crepes, which, as we discussed earlier, were a huge hit, the Aquadome Marketplace food was not very well attended at all. I mean, nobody was there. There was not many people there getting food at any time, other than the potato chips. Those were popular. But like I said, the crepe food, the spring rolls were good in the Thai restaurant. The Mediterranean food, if that's your thing, is that. And the barbecue place was a flop. But I mean, they really weren't that good. I think the choices on the Icon are better from what I've seen. I've not been on it, but they seem better.
Not to compare it to guys. I had the guys barbecue came in with pretty low expectations again. I thought it was better than I thought it would
Yeah.
be.
Typically, barbecue on cruise ships is sort of like getting biscuits and gravy on a cruise ship. It's just not that good. So, another gripe, which I found this odd, maybe it's because the pup is the dog. I think it was 4 or 5 months old. He's young. Is the secrecy of Sailor the dog's location? It was very controversial for our family because we want to see the dog. He said, "Where's the dog?" Basically, the answer: you have a 250,000 gross ton ship. Wander around the ship and see if you can find it. So I'm confused as why there's not a set down time. You're like, hey, Sailor the dog is going to be in the main theater today at 10 o'clock.
That seemed like a really good sea day activity at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
That has no planning to do.
Bring the kids, have them take pictures with Sailor the dog on
That's
stage,
it.
and then have the stuffed animal that we bought of Sailor the dog and sell them there too while you're there. Because every kid's going to want them if they haven't already got them. So I don't know why there was so secrecy to it. Maybe, like I said, they're just breaking him in. And we found him the first day or second day early in the cruise, and he was outside on deck 5 in his box taking a poop. So we did find him, and that's actually the best spot to find find him, hang out by the dog box. You'll see him and the other service animals out there. We were walking, so it wasn't weird for us. So, and then the other thing I'd say is the last thing is not really a big deal, but the photographers are not very pushy. You know, they'll walk by, they'll say hi, they don't try to coax you into the booth, they don't team up, but they also don't seem really into taking pictures. I mean, like
They're not
Carnival.
working on commission.
Now, the Carnival pushes them, and I think Carnival has the best photographers at sea, and they're really helpful. They team up. The person that's not taking a picture, if they're waiting for someone, they're up there jumping up and down trying to get the kids to look at the camera, and it makes a difference because if not, kids are looking off at everything else, and it's a thing. So it was not pushy. We bought couple pictures and used our discount, so that's what we had. So, but I mean, other than that, it was, like I said, great cruise. Those are really minor nitpicking type things. So.
Yeah, sounds like the easiest one to avoid in the future would be the type of room.
Yeah, I think I would probably just stick to a large inside cabin. Works better for us versus paying the extra money for that, especially if it had a different bed in it. So,
Yeah.
so
All right.
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.